Hey, simply check or distinguish the grains in your hand. For example, if your boyfriend proposes to you, or if your husband gives you a gift that is a natural diamond or a synthetic diamond. Repeat, this is purely academic research. If this YouTube causes you to make friends with your partner, it's really not my original intention. This is really academic research. It's about the difference between synthetic string stones and natural diamonds. Let me explain the explanation and change it to point 9. It's awesome. No, 9.1. Cultivated Diamond Testing Machine. Hello everyone, it's my brother Jan Ming again. In recent years, what about jewelry rings? One topic that has been discussed more is artificial diamonds. Some of them are called synthetic diamonds, and some of them are called laboratory diamonds. First of all, I would like to declare that Brother Ziming will sell natural diamonds and precious stones, but he will definitely not sell artificial diamonds. Synthetic diamonds and fake show-style fake diamonds, I don't know how to sell them, I just want to discuss something. It's so easy to tell the difference, but isn't your particle synthetic masonry? It can even be so simple that the house can distinguish it. Hey, it's purely an academic discussion because this topic is actually like a debate when you talk about it. If you like synthetic diamonds in the array, just say, hey, Brother Ziming, you are just selling natural diamonds. If you are mad at me, why don't you discuss it purely academically? Hey, I'm an expert in selling natural diamonds and gemstones. In fact, I'm talking about synthetic gemstones at most. Artificial gemstones do not keep stones and are not worth it. When you buy it, you can afford some synthetic diamonds. Artificial diamonds are not jewelry. On the other hand, if you make some artificial diamonds, you can talk about it. In fact, artificial diamonds and natural diamonds have different prices. There are also many environmental protection additions. Hey, let me talk about a few digressions. That is, it's about the environmental protection of artificial diamonds. That is, I think it's really funny. That is, I think you need a lot of electricity if you synthesize diamonds. Is it right? Moreover, whether it is natural, synthetic, or good. In the process of making jewelry, you actually need everything. To make a ring, you need electricity and gold. There are some heavy metals, sulfuric acid, toxic substances which will actually damage the environment. Even your ring box, you will use some paper, trees, etc. It will destroy nature. In fact, you don't even buy it. It's the most environmentally friendly. If you propose, you must need diamonds. First, use some environmentally friendly stops to write a love letter, right? I'm just joking. I've had a YouTube before. It's about synthetic diamonds, HPHT, CVD. If you have time, you can check it out. It's so simple. In short, it's made by a factory. What kind of laboratory diamonds are actually beautified like they are made by a mainland factory? They insist that they are made by a laboratory. If you have something to say, you can't have the mentality. In short, artificial diamonds and buried natural diamonds are all composed of carbon elements. Some people just use an example to say that natural diamonds are natural ice. So synthetic diamonds. It can be understood that in the refrigerator, I artificially make ice to simulate the temperature and pressure of the new city diamond in nature. So what? Some people just say that the physical properties and chemical properties of natural diamonds and buried artificial diamonds are exactly the same. Actually, are you looking at some websites selling synthetic masonry or promoting artificial diamond KOLs? They all say that, but is it actually related or not? Is it really 100%? It's the same, in fact I think it is, but forgive me for being so scared. I know that I have offended many people because if it's 100% exactly the same, then what about some verification agencies, a GIA, IGI, or a check diamond, check synthetic diamond machine? What about the samples? There must be a difference between the departments. The difference between the departments. What's the difference between the departments? What's the difference? What about the following YouTube? The department knows how to talk about people who sell artificial diamonds and synthetic diamonds. I really like it. It belittles natural diamonds and it's not environmentally friendly or it's a marketing scam. It's so scary, but in fact, there's nothing wrong with natural diamonds. It really has the property of preserving value and synthetic masonry. Yes, but was it before? I've mentioned some diamond producing areas. I've talked about it on YouTube before. I've talked about India, Brazil or South Africa. Jianggu is so, but it's from home. Slowly, I mentioned the origin of diamonds. In fact, many of them are from Russia or Canada. Actually, have you noticed it? As for the places where diamonds are mined here, they used to be tropical places, but temperate places are getting colder and colder. Actually, as you can imagine, in fact, the cost of mining and the difficulty of burying are constantly increasing. As for artificial or synthetic masonry, in fact, most of them are already made in mainland China. The cost actually depends on one. The number of machines is at its peak, and this machine can be copied indefinitely, so I want to make more machines with faster production speed, and the other cost is the electricity bill, which is actually the same as yours. The virtual currency is the same, just buy more machines and more electricity. So what is the same price? Or quantity, it can be continuously enlarged, so the price will definitely slowly decrease. Other costs may be polishing, cutting ore, and the miscellaneous expenses, transportation, and some middlemen's profits are buried. The cost in the middle is the same as that of natural diamonds. It has such a cost. Let's start the gossip and nonsense. Let's simply check the samples or identify the diamonds in your hand. For example, if your boyfriend proposes to you, it's a natural diamond or is it a synthetic diamond as a gift from your husband? Repeat, this is purely academic research. If this YouTube causes you to make friends with your partner, it's really not my original intention. This is really academic. Here we go again. The first way is to look at the receipt. How easy is the receipt? That is, it's an invoice. If it's not a merchant's love writing, it's definitely not. According to Chapter 362 of the Trade Descriptions Ordinance of Hong Kong laws, artificial or synthetic diamonds cannot be listed on the receipt, or you cannot tell the customer that this diamond must be listed on the receipt, synthetic or artificial or another. It is clearly pointed out that the item concerned is not in the shape of the sky, otherwise it is illegal, and it is not even possible to use the word diamond or diamond in the business process or business operation to describe it. That is, it is a salesman with you. When selling, you must add artificial wording in front of the diamond, otherwise it is illegal. So I'm scared when buying. Would you accidentally sell synthetic masonry like this without knowing it? Unless a shop owner breaks the law. Oh, it wouldn't happen if it happened, so... Even if you go to some second-hand website, Carl, if you are selling people to make diamonds, you must state it clearly. If you don't, it is a crime. The maximum penalty is a fine of 500,000 yuan and a 5-year imprisonment. Years? So if you write the receipt, you must add some words to the front. That is, it is artificial diamonds or... It's okay to hang artificial diamonds in Chengzuanxi Street first, but in this case, it will only appear in Hong Kong. If you go to other countries to buy them, or when you travel, how beautiful do you think? If you buy it, you really have to look at the laws of the country. Okay, the second point is the price. Actually, it's all about looking at the receipt. What about the price of synthetic diamonds in a year or two? After the cliff-like decline, the purchase price of synthetic diamonds has been frightened. In fact, as for the net turnover of natural diamonds, it is about 5%. Percent, that is 120. If you buy it at the most time, or if you look at the order, the price is really super affordable. You can think about it, this boss really has enough money and he wants everyone to make money, but he says it actually. And what about the prices of many synthetic diamonds on the market? Because it may be a chain store or some retail price. So the price is actually not so peaceful, but of course, compared with the price of natural diamonds, it is still a long distance, and there is even a little. Artificial diamonds are made into finished products. Actually, it's more expensive to bury natural diamonds upstairs. Or it's almost the same. So be careful. Be careful. It's a big loss because of a small loss. So if you don't know the price well, you can always WhatsApp me or consult other shops. Because if the price is really unreasonable, in fact, am I an expert? You can see it as soon as you look at it. Well, the third thing is to look at the certificate. You can ask your boyfriend or your husband to give you a diamond. You can ask for a certificate because many institutions have explained it clearly. Synthetic diamonds or laboratory diamonds all have certificates. The most famous ones are IGI or GIA. Let's talk about GIA first. What about GIA laboratory grown diamonds? Only the electronic version is a physical certificate. If you come forward and see it at home, you will be scared that there is a physical certificate. Many of them are compiled by merchants themselves, that is, they are printed out. If it is true, the certificate needs to be checked online. As for the IGI system to provide tentative hard copy, in addition, it's like GIA, there is a banner on the electronic version. It's so obvious that it says something called LGDR, which means leg ground diamond. As for IGI, it's so simple. You will see the first sentence. It's about writing legroom diamond and comments. It's very easy to distinguish. GIA's writing is about diamond. It's like diamond Fourth, just look at the waist circumference on the diamond, GIA, and IGI will have some laboratory-grown diamonds on the waist circumference. Use a laser to engrave some black words on it. If you have seen my previous YouTube, you know that every diamond GRA will have a laser code on it, so you can check the diamond shirt online. As for some artificial diamonds, it will be written laboratory growth or lab room on it. The same certificate number is buried to ensure that consumers can clearly understand that the diamond they buy is a laboratory diamond. What is the same code for daily life? I can see it. Why? Do you wear it every day? It won't cause inflammation, others won't notice it. If you want to see it, you can go to Taobao and buy some 10x magnifying glasses. If you want to use a 10x magnifying glass, do you have a chance to observe your diamond waistline? There is a number because it is not a natural diamond. The number of natural diamonds is relatively short, for example. Just write GIA, that is, it is a number, and because there is a number after the laboratory groom, it is relatively long, so it is easier to observe. If you simply look at Taobao, there are some coding tools that are dedicated to looking at this, so it's all 100 or 20 mosquitoes, so it's good to look at the number. It's easy to observe that you just saw this certificate online, but this case cannot be ruled out. In order to save costs, you don't even make a certificate, so you think that number is a method. No work. The fifth method is diamond positivity, which is clarity. When you see me on YouTube, it's about character. You can check it out if you have time. If you use a 10x magnifying glass, that is, talk about Taobao's 10x magnifying glass first. What about it? What about synthetic diamonds and buried natural diamonds when they grow? There are different degrees of randomness, that is, randomness. Except for a few perfect diamonds EF, most diamonds have impurities. Compared with some natural diamonds, most diamonds have impurities. Synthetic diamonds or cultivated diamonds have a kind of inclusions. For example, there will be some perfect origins, some need cracks, or some impurities with the same distribution size. If you choose some diamonds with low positivity, such as SI1 or below, you can pay attention to the contents. Will it really be tied neatly? Here are some examples such as some HPHT cultivated diamonds, because what about the production process? Some catalysts are needed. Some typical catalysts are like iron, Li, mushrooms or other metals. This method is formed during the formation of diamonds. These metallic contents, when you look at the light reflection, will show some white, grey, black, etc. with a metallic luster. These are some examples. You will see a good arrangement, a line, a few angles and so sharp. As for CVD, because the process is filled with a lot of gas and the vacuum is mixed like a bit of hydrogen. After some methane and some gases are activated in microwaves, some carbon atoms will be released and deposited layer by layer on the bottom of the diamond machine. So because CVD is the same, PHT is different from some metal complexes. On the contrary, there will be some dark graphite or some mineral contents. Usually they are all black and some grains and some crystals appear. It's an example, but it's an example, and there are some artificial diamonds in mainland China recently. In fact, there are many clarity and positivity degrees that reach VS1 or above. There are very few defects. The flaws are not just diamonds, but they are really difficult to distinguish. The sixth thing is, it is just a color. So if it's HPHT, high temperature and high legal, some people make diamonds because of the chemical raw material shed and the substance, which will cause the diamonds to have a slight blue tone. Natural diamonds are generally yellow because they contain nitrogen, so this is a blue tone artificial diamond. In fact, with the naked eye, you can observe a difference between them, but it cannot be ruled out that some people prefer the blue tone because the blue tone feels more conversational than the yellow tone. The tone is whiter. But you should pay attention to this blue tone. There will be a few HPHT cultivated diamonds. There will be words on the certificate when you arrive first, like a fin mark. But if you don't want to buy these blue diamonds, in fact, if you buy D color, you buy artificial diamonds, you choose D color. So when you buy artificial diamonds, you want to be flat. So your clothes style is far from the same as D interest rate. It's all flat. It's not annoying to simply buy D interest rate. Okay, the seventh type is to talk about diamonds, except white. Besides, because artificial diamonds actually come in many different colors, that is, colored diamonds, and because they are artificial, the colors can be very bright, which is more bright than natural diamonds. As for the color, you can take a look at artificial diamonds. They are really bright. What will happen? That is, for example, a red brick. A red diamond and a natural diamond are very rare, and each diamond costs more than 10 million. To put it bluntly, if you buy a bright red artificial diamond, the stock will be so flat, but it is. Regarding the fact that it is normal, ordinary consumers will not own a red natural diamond, so as soon as you see it, you will know that the chance of a fake diamond is very high, isn't it? As for you, pink diamonds, blue diamonds, and green stones are very expensive. If you are natural diamonds, you still have to know how to add them first, so there will be a lot of fake opportunities. So I'll help you look through some synthetic diamonds. Let's talk about it. If you really want to buy some colored diamonds or synthetic diamonds, you might as well go to some jewelry stores. That is, there are 7 paintings and 8 paintings. Let's see some natural diamonds. Let's start with the color. Do you know the approximate color of a tone series? Then buy someone to make a diamond. The difference between the upper and lower colors is not too far. For example, a pink diamond is a card. Wow, it's really expensive. To be honest, it's really more than 100 and even more expensive for 10,000 yuan. So if you buy artificial colored diamonds, you should be careful. The price difference between them will not be too far. In this way, people will tell that you are artificial diamonds at a glance. Okay, number 8. The point is tied. What is low quality jewelry making actually low quality? Actually, can a diamond be beautiful? In fact, whether a diamond is beautiful or scary depends on the jewelry master's craftsmanship and professional knowledge. Because if there are injuries, you can get a diamond first. The metal quality, luster and weight can give the jewelry an overall aesthetic feeling, and the texture is the same. They specialize in selling artificial diamonds or synthetic diamonds. A number of brands, in fact, in order to achieve this price, because the biggest selling point of synthetic diamonds is actually the price, there will be many inner gardens. That is, when the price of diamonds is so transparent, I will know about jewelry. That is, I will get it. For example, if you go online, I will go online. If you go to Taobao for some synthetic diamond jewelry, you will see that it can be so flat. How many pieces of water can a diamond ring be buried? You can even bury a ring. Well, as you can imagine, the ring is actually made of tight materials. But how much is the price of gold? Everyone knows that the other ring points to a gram gold, and there are some fire signs. Handmade, Zhong wants a diamond. Although it is synthetic diamond gel, it will have a cost. How much water is it possible to do it? It is so good. I must make a ring material. I must not buy some materials. How expensive is it? Is it so expensive? Is it necessary to have a side? Are there some small diamonds? It's Ruishi. Taking advantage of the poor quality metal of the main stone, it scares me. It's not good to say, even if it's silver, it's fine. Feed you silver. If you take it for a while, you will oxidize and turn black. How about it? I don't even know what metal will rust and add some edges, and the color will get darker and darker, and it will be darker. If you only wear the ring, it will be durable or not. It may take 2 weeks. When the piece is finished, there are black sides. In fact, I can see you at a glance. The look and feel are so bad. So if you buy some cultivated diamonds, you want to make them so beautiful, just like natural diamonds, damn me. Let's go to a PT jewelry box that specializes in gold, because there are only a few high-end jewelry dealers embedding it, and the master can show the texture of diamonds and the aesthetic feeling of diamonds first, but it's flipped again. Head, but it's a synthetic diamond, not because it's flat. It's necessary to spend more money to do a good job of crafting, but it's also necessary to turn K-Gold PT. What's the way to play? Okay, let's talk about point 9. People talk about synthetic diamonds and natural diamonds. Let me explain the difference. Let me change it to point 9. It's awesome. Okay, point 9. Some cultivated diamond testing machines were many years ago. Synthetic diamonds and CVDH PhD must go to an appraisal agency. It seems that GIA is the first to get the appraisal. What's the explanation? It's because these machines are so expensive. That is, if you buy such machines for yourself and a ring, it's actually unrealistic. But it's because technology will develop and people will progress, and the home these machines have actually been tied into the house, and they are getting more and more flat. Another example is Taobao, which actually has 3,000 or 4,000 mosquitoes. A good professional machine can test whether the particles in your hands are natural or artificial. I don't think they are even, but if compared to 5 or 6 years ago, the machine is idle. 100,000, 80,000, in fact it's much flat. It's hard to guarantee. The technology department is getting more and more advanced, and it's not difficult to make up for it. Maybe 2 or 3 years later, the price of the 3,000 or 4,000 mosquitoes will be reduced again. And it's not surprising that the price will be reduced again. It's just like some diamond pens at home. What are these testing machines used to distinguish artificial diamonds? There are many kinds of them. Some of them use some wavelengths of ultraviolet rays, some of them use some different spectral characteristics, and these are all answers to the above. Some people say that synthetic diamonds are the same as natural diamonds, and their chemical composition is 100% the same. It's not right, but it's just that you can't observe it. Let me talk about these testing machines. If you think these thousands of mosquitoes are so expensive and you are so impatient and don't want to wait for the price to drop slowly, it's actually so simple. What are you doing in the shop central? On the ground floor of number 14, I have some professional testing machines, so I can easily check that the piece is made of synthetic diamonds. In a few seconds, it will be easy to collect. Where can I go? Let's talk about 9 methods. Let me repeat. I pointed out that I make synthetic masonry, and I only sell natural diamonds and precious stones. My YouTube user doesn't talk about the good ones and the bad ones because, well, everyone has his own fans. I just want to discuss how simple it is. Even the house owner can tell the diamonds in your hand. Natural, artificial gel. In fact, artificial diamonds are always a commodity. They look beautiful and inexpensive. In fact, if you sell them to your girlfriend or use them to propose marriage, it will be fine. If your girlfriend or wife knows that you buy it. If you are artificial diamonds and you accept it, in fact, I think it's just a case. If you don't know, it may be a bit embarrassing if you accidentally know it later. If you really get married, you will help you bury it after you know it first. So it's true that I'm even wearing your head marks. Okay, where will I go to YouTube? If you have any questions about diamonds or need them, please welcome to WhatsApp. I hope you like this piece. Like, subscribe, share. Bye.